Thomas Aquinas reminds us, human laws do not forbid all vices from which the virtuous abstain, but only the more grievous vices from which it is possible for the majority to abstain. Chiefly those that are to the hurt of others, without the prohibition of which human society could not be maintained. Thus, human law prohibits murder, theft, and such like. The purpose of human law is to lead men to virtue, not suddenly but gradually. There's so much contained in the wisdom of St. Thomas Aquinas here, which is, he starts off, St. Thomas Aquinas reacting to this goofy little video of white women dancing with their Stanley Cups. He says, look, red pill bros, you don't need to come down so hard on this. Okay, human law, hey, listen, guys, maybe it's kind of a vice. But this is not the sort of vice, jiggling around with a Stanley Cup. It's not the sort of vice that human law really has to protect. And so then all the libs and the libertarians, they'll say, yeah, that's right. I'm so glad that you're on our side, St. Thomas Aquinas. The point of law is not to curb vice. And he says, whoa, hold up, liberals and libertarians. Actually, that is the point of law. The point of law is to lead people to virtue, and the point of law is to curb vice. And so then the red pill guys and the ultra super duper trads, they say, yeah, that's right. Thomas Aquinas is on our side. But he says, whoa, hold on, guys. Gradually, not suddenly. You don't just ban everything immediately like you're in some Middle Eastern country where they chop your head off if you show your ankle. No, you do it gradually, then suddenly. He goes on. Wherefore, it does not lay upon the multitude of imperfect men the burdens of those who are already virtuous, that they should abstain from all evil. So this is really important, because if you've cultivated any bit of virtue, you'll notice that it's easier to do virtuous things, and it's easier to avoid falling into vice. But if you haven't cultivated any virtue, if you're still mired in vice, then it's really, really hard to pull yourself out. It's just like any kind of addiction to drugs or to pornography or to jiggling around on social media with a Stanley Cup. So it's very hard, and the law has to be accommodating of that. And why? Why does the law have to be accommodating? At this point, it's the libs and the libertarians saying, yeah, you're on our side, St. Thomas Aquinas. But he's saying, no. It has to be accommodating, not because there's some right to do any of these things, but because otherwise, quote, these imperfect ones, being unable to bear such precepts, would break out into yet greater evils. So if you clamp down too hard, too suddenly on all these sorts of little vices, and where people are not prepared for them, they're just going to crack and they're going to go totally nuts. We all can think about this in families. We either have come from a family like this, or we know families like this, where the parents were so super duper strict, and maybe they didn't used to be strict, but they got super strict over time, that the kids rebel against that, and the kids go way crazier than in the families that had a little bit of a lighter touch on things, that were a little bit more agile in responding to the development of the children. And then Thomas Aquinas concludes here, says, human law does not prohibit everything that is forbidden by the natural law. What does that mean for the jiggling white girls? It means if their goal is to attract a man, this probably is not going to be the most effective way to do it. It's not the most attractive thing a woman could do. If the goal here is to just blow off some steam and have some fun, there are actually probably more fun ways to have fun than dancing around to this bad music at a gas station. But relative to the culture we're living in today, where we're chopping off little kids' genitals and there's all sorts of weird, like, satanic orgies going on, and we have like creepy pedo island down there in the Caribbean, and just this ugly, people don't even know the words that they're using anymore, and we live in a culture of like Doja Cat and Lil Nas X in popular music pretending to copulate with the very devil himself. In that kind of culture, the white girls with the Stanley Cups dancing around in sweatshirts at the gas station is probably okay. It's probably okay, all right? Call me a squish. Call me and St. Thomas Aquinas a squish if you dare.